college I want to go to, but I know I want to be a teacher. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a doctor.
How come?
Because I would like to help somebody in need.
You wake up every morning and you know that kids are getting a really crappy education right now.
So you think that most of the kids here are getting a crappy education right now?
Oh, I don't think they are. I know they are.
Either the kids are getting stupider every year, or something is wrong in the education system.
I just try to do my best at school and make my grandmother proud.
Among 30 developed countries, we rank 25th in math and 21st in science. In almost every category, we've fallen behind, except one. Kids from the USA rank #1 in confidence.
All right, everybody, what you've just seen is a very small example of a very large movie, Waiting for Superman, featuring one of the country's foremost visionaries and community builders, Geoffrey Canada. He is of the Harlem Children's Zone. Now, Geoffrey Canada will be the keynote speaker here in Buffalo on Friday at the Community Action Organization's Education Task Force Summit at the Adams Mark Hotel. The summit aims to advance the cause of education reform in the interests of children across Western New York. So here to tell us more, we have the Director of Youth Services, Morgan Williams-Bryant, and we have Sharon Sanford from the Education Task Force. So good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good.
Well, it's quite a feather in our caps that we're getting Geoffrey Canada to come on up.
A big feather in our cap. It took us a year, but he's here.
He is here. Now tell us a little bit more about what he's done in Harlem.
Well, his motto is cradle to the grave. He's taken 10 blocks in Harlem to transform them, to work with all the youth and the communities in that area to help them from cradle all the way up into college, to help them with housing, to help them with education, to really put his whole arms around the entire family to bring them all through the education system.
And the whole idea is that no child slips through the cracks.
Right.
Because you got the whole neighborhood working on it.
Yes.
You know, you have overlapping people who are there to catch the kids, you know what I mean? And to make sure that they stay in school and they stay away from bad influences.
Right, and to make sure their family's connected as well, so that when they go home and they're not in his care anymore, they have the same support system that they're offering.
It's working wonderfully down in New York, right?
Yes, his goal by this year was to help 10,000 youth. So we'll ask him when we get here where he is with that goal. I'm sure he's met it or either surpassed it.
Can we do this in Buffalo, do you think?
We absolutely can. We've actually, there's 2 organizations that has received grants from the President Obama administration. There's Buffalo Promise Neighborhood and Choice Neighborhood with the Buffalo Municipal Housing Authority that has planning grants now to try and implement what he's doing in Harlem.
Wow. Now aside from Mr. Canada, Sharon, we've also got 6 wonderful panelists who will also be talking about that message, and it'll be a dialogue back between, I think you have over 600 people, I think, signed up to go to this,
definitely.
right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Tell me who some of those folks are.
We have Dr. Felicia Watson, who will be the panel moderator, and she's actually one of our own programs evaluators, or she comes in and provides training from the New York State Technical Assistance Center. We have the interim superintendent, Amber Dixon. We have Dr. Amanda Nickerson from the UB Center of Bullying, which I didn't know existed until this, and it's a hot topic now. So we also have L. Nathan Hare, our president and CEO, of course. We have Phyllis A. McBride, who's a huge supporter and been behind us 100% with this event. She's our Head Start administrator. We have Damone Smith, our council member, and he's also the president of education for the legislative population. We also have, I am missing one.
Well, that's okay, because I think we're getting the idea that you have got some super quality people here that are just going to be available to go back and forth with the people there and ask them questions.
To talk about the different things that they've done, the success, and what the power of education actually means to them in this area and what we need to do to get there.
And education is the answer.
It is. It's the surest way out of poverty. That's our Education Task Force motto.
Wow. Now, we know that this is going to be happening over at the Adams Mark. We've got at least 650, so we don't know if there's tickets available now, but certainly donations can be made.
Absolutely. Our scholarship fund, we're always accepting donations. We are planning to give out 24 scholarships this year. We gave out 21 last year, and every year we're trying to increase because we're trying to increase the amount of children that's going to school. So always we're accepting donations.
Are we still seeing any pushback from what Geoffrey Canada's message is? Or are we starting to realize it's got to be this way if we're going to, because what we're doing now, I think a lot of people will admit, is not working.
Yeah, I think that we're coming around now. With his work and with him being so out there now, we're seeing that it actually works. We have to put our own titles down and our own self-motivation. That's why at the end of the summit is children first.
Right.
It's not about us. It's not about our titles or our own agenda. It's about the children.
Yeah. Sharon, what can you add to this?
Well, being a member of the task force has been exciting for us. I actually chair the College Ahead Secondary Division, and I utilize our student athletes. I work at the University at Buffalo, and I work with student athletes, and we've utilized their role model status to go into some of the high schools and talk to them about making proper choices, using their examples as to how they got to college and their college experience to help encourage and empower the young people to apply to college, to give them the tools that they need to be successful, and to hear from their peers or the people that they look up to what it took in order for them to get to college. So for the kids that we have encountered in the high schools that we work with, they're really excited, and we found that they have begun to ask about SAT preparation and the college application process, and it's just been wonderful to see the light in the eyes of these children about, wow, I can actually go to college. We even take them on visits to college campuses. As a member of the task force, we do 4 major events. We do a college fair in September. We had close to 70 colleges and universities that were represented. We had over 1,300 children from the Buffalo area come to the college fair. In January, we will host a scholarship and financial aid fair on January 10th at University of Buffalo Allen Hall, where families, administrators can come and learn valuable information about financial aid and financing college, as well as receive scholarship applications from a variety of area organizations who offer scholarships.
Well, I can see why this is going to be very well attended.
Yes.
He's got quite a message, and it really looks like all the movers and shakers in our education area system here will be there.
We'll be there.
And you'll be interested to hear what he has to say as well. But that wonderful movie, Waiting for Superman, is out there. And if you want to see more about the real problems that faces kids in education today, pick that movie up. But this summit is called Power of Education, Children First. It's our first annual, by the way, and it's Friday from 11 to 2 at the Adams Mark Hotel with the wonderful Geoffrey Canada being the keynote speaker. For more information, maybe a reservation, if you can get in, you'll certainly want to call 881-5150. Extension 4399, and if you love the message, you may want to make a donation as well. You can also log on to caoec.org to be able to do that. Good luck, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Sounds like it's going to be a very powerful summit. The first of many we hope to come to improve education for our kids right here in Buffalo.